Hello everyone, my name is N. George and my thesis topic is Freedom Center, a space for correctional and rehabilitation. It is almost similar to an open jail or open prison. Why I give this name Freedom Center? I don't want to call it as a jail or prison because it will create a negative impact in people's mind. While hearing a name Freedom Center, it could create a positive impact in both inmate and society. It is a space with minimum security and more liberal and freedom compared to an enclosed prison. This thesis is based on the idea that prisons are not to suffer, but to change and to reform and to lead a dignified life after the term. Punishment is not the sole aim. Reformation and rehabilitation. This project aims at providing a conducive and human environment to the inmate in order to positively influence their thought process and instill with them a sense of hope and faith towards the future to come. A positive environment will help motivate them and give them a direction towards the right path. And the reason for choosing for this topic, it's first of all my personal interest. I want to do something new that I never did before. Prison or jail have been one of the most neglected sector in terms of architecture. Most of the prisons in our country have been functioning the way they used to since the British time. In terms of infrastructure, the prisons required some upgradation. That's why I choose for this topic. Now coming to the users of this space, I categorized users into three types: primary, secondary and tertiary users. Primary users are the main users of the space. Inmate and staff members comes under primary user. First of all, it is a minimum security space. Only selected inmate in the enclosed prison are shifted to the Freedom Center. There is some criteria. On that basis, inmates are selected and shifted to the Freedom Center. Inmate who shown good behavior in enclosed prison and spent minimum 3 years in enclosed prison are the some of these criteria. Now coming to the secondary users. Secondary users are the visitors. There are two types of visitor: formal visitor and informal visitors. Formal visitor are the caseworks and lawyer, and informal visitor are the inmate, family and friends. Now tertiary users. Tertiary users are the staff, family members and the public. Now coming to my literature case study. First, Halden Prison. Halden Prison is located in Norway, the world's most humane prison, completed in 2010. Halden is the highest security facility that houses 250 inmates. It is designed by Erik Moller Architects and HLM Architects. This is an example of where administration principles and architecture goes hand in hand. Privacy is much more intentional at Halden, where every inmate has their own cell, each being more like a room than a typical prison. Part of their success comes from their understanding of color therapy, placing calming colors in the dorms and vibrant in recreational space. The architects tried to separate the internal building to have prisoner walking to strengthen their bond with the outside world. Materials are selected to change according to light and weather condition, giving a sense of passing of time. Long vertical windows maximize the light that enters the cell. Now coming to my next case study, Las Colonias Detention Facility. This facility is opened in 2014, replacing the old Las Colonias Detention Facility. Facility is designed by KMD Architects and it is in California. The design features of a residential scale campus plan concept, minimizing the visual message of a detention facility. Inmate houses developed in cluster of from 2 to 4 units surrounding an exterior courtyard. The exterior and interior environment of the campus are designed to minimize physical and psychological barrier and promote direct and constructive communication among staff and inmate. Now coming to my live case study, I got a chance to visit Chimeni Open Jail. An open jail is which prisoners are trusted to serve their sentence with minimal supervision and perimeter of security, and are not often locked up in the cell. Open jail have a relatively less strengthened rules as compared to a controlled jail. Chimeni Open Jail is located in Kasaragod, Kerala. It is the second open jail in Kerala. The facility houses 200 inmates. Total site area of 308 acres. Most of these areas are for agriculture purpose, used for agriculture purpose. The spaces are arranged in three zones: public, semi-public, and protected zones. The open jail, unlike other jail, do not have a closed cell or other freedom restrictions. The barracks where inmate lives are not even closed at the night, and inmates can freely move around the site. Teach them to live in good behavior and to train them in different activities. The main activity in the open jail is agriculture. Most of the inmates are engaged in agriculture activities. Now coming to my site, I selected my design site in Viyur, Kerala. The reason for selecting site in Kerala because according to National Crime Record Bureau NCRB 2017 report, Kerala and UP report the highest number of IPC crimes. So that's why I selected Kerala as my design site. Kerala consists of 3 enclosed prisons: Trivandrum, Kannur and Thrissur Central Jail. In addition to this, two open jails. One is in Trivandrum and another is in Kasaragod, which is near to Kannur Central Jail. So it is difficult to shifting inmates from the Thrissur Central Jail to the Chimeni Open Jail. So I thought of designing a minimum security jail for Thrissur. So I selected my site in Thrissur, which is near to Viyur Central Jail. So it is easy to shift inmates from Viyur Central Jail to this minimum security jail. The site comes under the public space. The total site area of 33 acres and FAR is 3. The site sloping towards the east side. The highest contour is 28 and the lower contour is 19 and a height difference of 19 meters. The site is surrounded by jails and police academy, so site contours itself give a good feature for my project. The site access from North Viyur Prison Road, which is connected the Shornur-Thrissur Highway Road. The Thrissur lies on 14 meters above sea level. Most months of the year are marked by a significant rainfall, and the average annual temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. In this slide, I am going to explain about my concept. My design idea was to create a campus plan concept, minimizing the visual message of prison or jail. Instead of putting all spaces in a single block, by that, inmate can strengthen their bond with the outside world. The main aim of this space is to reform and correction. For that, first thing we need to create a pleasant place to live. I tried to design more outdoor spaces so that inmates don't feel they are in a prison or jail. The spaces are arranged in 3 zones: public, semi-public and protected zone. I categorize each space according to the privacy and the security. In the public zone, the spaces are required less privacy and security. Public can enter the zone without any permission or without any restrictions. Semi-public zone, public cannot enter to the zone without any permission. This zone is restricted to the public. Protected zone, public is completely restricted. Only staff and inmates are allowed to use this space. And this is my site plan. Each spaces are arranged according to the 3 zones. I had given 2 entrances from the main road. This is the entrance to the staff quarters and this is the main entrance to the Freedom Center. Near to the main entrance, I had given a space for public parking. Near to the public parking spaces, I given a retail shop that can be used for the public. From the staff quarters, I have given a separate access to the Freedom Center, that main road. These all spaces comes under the public zone. Here we have a security cabin. From there it's a private zone. Here I had given a separate parking for the staff, and this is the administration block. On the left we have a medical block, and the right side we have a visitors block. I try to create a symmetry in site plan. I try to create a long elevation, that's why I place the blocks like this, and also I create a visual buffer to create a visual buffer. Here we have a prayer hall. On the left side of the prayer hall we have a assembly area, and right side a multi-purpose hall. This many spaces comes under a semi-private space. I had arranged inmate house around the security control and the service block around this block. Here we have a inmate dining space and vocation training center. This is a vocation center, and this is security control block. Then we have a inmate house. So public, semi-public and protected zone. This is an aerial view of the site, and we can see here the administration block and the medical block. Then here we have the visitors block, and here is the staff parking, and this is the inmate housing and all. And I have written two sections, and section AA cuts through the vertically through the site, and section B cuts through horizontally, and this is the two sections shown. Now coming to my design, the first block I am going to explain is the administration block. The administration block is the main office space in the Freedom Center. The space contains private offices, conference hall and staff workstations. The block is designed in two wings. The one wing consists of private offices and the other wing consists of staff workstation. All the spaces are connected by a corridor. The plan is in linear form. Here we have a drop off, then we are enter to a waiting area, reception, and I designed a small landscape space in the waiting area. On the left side we have private offices and conference hall. On the right side we have the receptions, staff workstations and record room. Section A cuts through the main spaces like offices and workstation. Only the waiting area is I have given a double height to emphasize the entrance, and the section B cuts through the corridor space. I had given an intermediate jali wall to get light and ventilation in the corridor space, and also it creates a good shadow pattern throughout the daytime. This is an view of this corridor space, what I was saying about the intermediate jali wall, and also it creates a good shadow pattern in the corridor space. And this is an view of the front view of the administration block. Now next block is the medical block. Medical block also designed in a similar way that administration block designed. The spaces are arranged in two wings. One wing consists of treatment rooms, pharmacy and consulting room. The other wing consists of wards, X-ray unit and all. And all the spaces are connected by a corridor. The space only provides a general medical facility. Normally major surgery is performed at nearby general hospital. The block also have a space for dental suite. This space can accommodate 6 inmates at a time. The corridor space also having an intermediate jali wall which provide light and ventilation in the corridor space. And this is an view of the medical block. Here is the entrance to the block, and here we have the consulting room and all, and here we have the wards and all, and this is the that administration block. So almost having a similar elevation. I had given similar elevation for both buildings. Now next block is visitors block. Normally in jail or prison there is no separate space for visitors. What we can see is just a room with a partition wall where visitor in one side and inmate in the other side. In my design, I also consider visitors. A separate block itself I have designed for visitor with an outdoor space to play, inmate with their children, and spend some time with their family. A separate space for formal and informal visitor, and also a small dining space for inmate and his family can spend time and have food together. I try to recreate whatever they're missing in outside. The next space is praying hall, a space for inmate to pray. Normally in jail or prison there is no dedicated space for inmates to pray. When I went for my case study in Chimini, I have seen that inmates are praying in floor in their rooms. So and there is no dedicated space for praying and all. So I thought of designing a space for praying, and the space is oriented to northwest direction because in Islamic rituals and laws it is refers to special direction faced by Muslims during a praying. In India it is northwest direction facing Mecca. In other religion the direction of praying is not much important. The space can be used by both visitor and inmate. The rectangular plan, the space having three parts: altar, praying hall, and a veranda space. Now, next space is multi-purpose hall. The space can be used for perform indoor functions and programs. The space can be also used for indoor games. The space can accommodate 300 people. A simple rectangular plan with three entrances to the main hall. The main entrance is from the south and the other two entrances from the west and east side. The main hall is measured 7 meter height. When there is no programs or function, the space can be used for indoor games. The space consists of main hall, stage, storage, and toilet space. Now, next space is kitchen and dining space for inmate. Normally in jail there is no dedicated dining space for inmate. They used to have food on the corridor and all. So I thought of designing a dining space for inmate. The plan is in a U-shaped form with a courtyard space at the center. The entrance to the dining space from the south side. The space is a semi-open, so the space get good light and ventilation. And the dining space are placed around the courtyard space, and it also creates a view to the courtyard space also. Corridor around this dining area for circulation, and also a waiting area for food. There will be a queue for food during lunch time and all. So this corridor can be used as a waiting area for food and all. A separate space for hand wash and dish wash. In jail and all, inmate should clean his plate after having food. So I had given a dishwash near to the dining space, and also I provided some seatings in the courtyard space. Next space is vocational training center. It is a space for both education and entertainment. The spaces are arranged in two blocks, one block having education spaces and the other block having entertainment spaces. There is a two entrance to the block. One is from the south side and the other from the north side. These large entrance spaces can be used for yoga and meditation and all. This is education block, and this is the entertainment spaces. The education block contains a library, classroom, workshop space and all, and the entertainment space block having gym, shop, salon, and entertainment spaces. And the center space can be used for outdoor games and all, and the access to the each space through a corridor. Now next space is security control. This is the control unit of this space. Everything is controlled and give instructions from the security control. The space also having a similar plan of the administration. The spaces are the space having private offices, restroom, security cabin, and the staff kitchen and dining space. The spaces are arranged in similar way that administration is designed. Access to the space through the corridor, this corridor space, and I had given a store for inmate to keep his belongings and will give it him back after his term. A restroom with an attached bathroom for the staff I have given. And a separate dining and kitchen space is designed for staff, only for staff. The block is placed facing to the inmate housing so that from the security block this inmate can be observed and give instructions. This is a design for the inmate housing. The spaces are arranged. Inmate houses are arranged around the services and the control block. One housing unit can accommodate 14 inmates and one staff member. For each inmate, I have designed a separate room, individual rooms, so that in one housing unit contains 14 rooms. I divide the spaces into two by a courtyard space, so that inside all the space get good light and ventilation. When inmate comes out from his room, the first thing he can see is the courtyard space, the open courtyard space. This courtyard space is not visible from the outside. And the staff room for staff, I had a room placed near to entrance space, and a small glass opening in the inmate room door. So to check inmate is in room through this opening. And also I had provided some seatings. Section A cuts through the inmate room and toilet, and section B cuts through the courtyard space. And this is a view of the that courtyard space from the corridor. This is the view of the front view of the inmate housing, and this is a view of that seating area, inside seating area near to the toilet space. This is the design for the superintendent cottage. From here we enter and to a sit-out space. From there we enter to the cottage to a living space. From there we can access to the dining space, 2 bedrooms and 1 attached, and I have given a 1 common toilet, kitchen, small working space, and the storeroom. This designed with a minimal requirement for a small family, 2 bedrooms, a dining hall and kitchen. Exposed lateral stone is used for the design to get a traditional look to the cottage. And this is the plan for staff family cottage. In one block 4 family can stay, 2 on the ground floor and 2 on the first floor. From here we enter to a sit-out space. From there to a living space. Then we can access to a dining space and to a 1 bedroom space. Another 2 bedroom, a dining hall, kitchen, and 1 attached toilet and 1 common. And I had given a staircase to the first floor. The entrance is first floor here, and same plan, only the difference is there is no sit-out space in the outside. Here I am showing some of the views. This first view is a view of the retail shop and the public parking space, and this is the view of a view of the amphitheater space, and this is a view of the main entrance. We can see the retail shop and the main entry, security cabin and all. And this is a view of the visitors park and the multipurpose hall. And this is a view of the dining space, inmates dining space. And this is a view of the family cottage. So that's all. Thank you.